Dr. Paul Haider here. Merry Christmas, everybody. You know, it's a wonderful time. We had a big Christmas Eve dinner with all the family here together. And I think it's really important that we remember what Christmas is all about. I had the good fortune of meeting a lot of people throughout the years and understanding that really Christmas is all about love, and Christ came to give his love to us, the ultimate gift, and so that we would understand that giving is all about loving, and loving is giving. And whenever we love somebody, we give. And it's also about loving ourselves. Probably about 17 years ago, I met a woman, and she was sitting in our kitchen and ranting and raving and angry, and I just said, you know what? Wow, this is not going to end well. And now that lady's come down with cancer. I told her at that time, it's better to forgive, forget, and move on. And I think that's really the story of many lives. When we forgive, forget, move on, we not only set the other person free, but we also set ourselves free, and there's not this turmoil going on inside, which is causing all kinds of problems inside the body. And lo and behold, cancer takes place. And we have a new issue of National Geographic talking about the power of faith to heal. It was in the November issue. And the opposite is true too. We have the nocebo effect, I mean, the opposite when we get all these turmoils going on inside. So we really, it's important to understand that Jesus was bringing us a gift when he was telling us to forgive, forget, and move on, and to love, which is to forgive. The first person we need to forgive is the person we see in the mirror. And how can we do any kind of loving of anybody else until we really forgive that person and move on with our life? I also had the wonderful connection with a man who was sitting with me, and he was talking about, oh, Dr. Haider, I have erectile dysfunction, and it's really playing havoc with my relationship, and it's terrible, and I really don't want to be this way. And I said, we have the healing power to get rid of this. We just have to change your diet, and boom, it'll be gone. There's no doubt about that. I can guarantee that. If you watched a few of the movies about whole foods, plant-based diets, it's a given. And he said, no, I don't want to change my diet. I just don't want to go down that road. I like eating my meat, and I just don't want to do that. That's not what I want to do. And okay. And then he's lamenting about the fact that he has erectile dysfunction, and but he likes to talk about it. And so it really is part of the anger that we hold inside, and we don't allow ourselves to be healed. And as Jesus Christ talked about, we're forgiving ourselves, allowing ourselves to let the healing come in, or the surrender to come in, so that we can let go of different things and allow ourselves to find that great peace, and a great peace within the body, so that we function correctly in this life in whatever way that is. But there are great lessons to be learned, and so this man will have whatever lesson there shall be, and allow ourselves to unfold accordingly. But when we forgive ourselves, forget, move on, let go of the anger to ourselves, we allow ourselves to take in new ideas and allow ourselves to make changes. And that's very important. I had the great ability and a wonderful gift to have a lady come to me, and she's had hugely a hard time with stopping the chatter and on the inside of her head. And I said, you know what? It would be great if you went and did a Vipassana meditation retreat for 10 days. And she said, oh, No, I'm afraid of that. And he said, I can barely sit with myself in the evening, without having all this mind chatter going on. There's no way I can sit for a long period of time. I said, well, what you're really afraid of is to know yourself. And to know ourselves is to understand ourselves and find love for ourselves and find peace within. And there's this thing about finding that. And I said to her, this is the answer. And she said, I know. And I told her, I wish I could go and do this for you. And she said, yeah, I wish you could too. And just saying that actually took some of the little pressure off. And she decided, I'm going to look at my schedule and decide to make a commitment to do this workshop and break through all this stuff that's holding me back, because she was an abused person, abused child when she was younger. And all that needs to be healed, and nobody from the outside can heal that. It's all about healing it from the inside out. And I've seen this over and over and over again. So it's about still loving the one we see in the mirror. And it's about forgiving, forgetting, move on, letting go of the anger, allowing ourselves to find a great peace inside, a big, great contentment. That is to be reborn. I don't know what reborn is otherwise, because it is to accept something wonderful inside of us and allow that which is the Christ consciousness to reign supreme in our heart. How can there be anything more powerful than that, as to forgive, forget, move on, accept the peace that we deserve and that grace which we were guaranteed. And when we allow ourselves to accept, and what more can there be? And we accept that great peace, that great grace, that great understanding. When we allow ourselves to forgive, everything changes in a powerful way. May you have a wonderful Christmas, and may you have a fantastic New Year, and allow everything to unfold according to the great plan. And I know that great things are coming your way. And as always, if you care to make a donation, down below is the connection. I do all my work for free, and I would like to come into your life in some way and help, if it be an herbal way or in some kind of spiritual connection, whatever capacity I can do to help. Just feel free to connect with me. All my connecting materials, ways of getting hold of me are down below, so feel free. Remember, I love you.